Last weekend, Catherine and I headed up to Hartlepool. It's a town in the northeast of England, and we were going there for the Big Lime Triathlon race series. So it's 3 events in one weekend, a swim on Friday night, an aquathlon on Saturday morning, and then finishing it off with a sprint try on Sunday morning. We drove up to Hartlepool on Friday afternoon. We managed to make the start line for 7 PM for the 750 metre swim in the marina. So I managed to swim for the 750 metre loop, which I think the distance might not have been completely accurate. I got an 8:16 time, which equates to like 1:08 for a 100 metre pace. And Catherine did a 9:39, so pretty good swim for her too. After the prize giving from the swim, we then went in search of fish and chips. Now you'd think, being by the sea, there was like 4 or 5 fish and chip shops. Easy thing, right? Well, I think everyone in the north has tea at about 5 PM, so when we were searching for a fish and chip shop at 8 PM to get some food, there wasn't a single piece of battered cod in the whole of Hartlepool. So we went for the next best option, which was going down to KFC for some chips and fried chicken and beans and gravy and coleslaw. Did the job though. So fueled up on the Colonel's finest, Saturday morning we headed back to the race venue, which happens the race HQ is inside a Mecca Bingo, which is a surprisingly good location for a race HQ. Now I've never actually done an aquathlon before, and it was pretty weird just leaving your shoes by a cone in transition, but it was definitely a lot more straightforward than prepping for a try anyway. Another good race for both of us at the aquathlon. I swam an 8:34, which was only 20 seconds slower than the fresh swim, and then ran a 17:05. And I think the course was a little bit long, so that ended up being just under 17-minute 5K pace, which I think is one of my best ever runs kind of in a race where I've done something before the running anyway. So that was good enough for first place, and then in second place was Catherine, who swam a 10:01 and then ran a 20:26 5K run after that swim as well. So shift into, it's a nice flat run course which helps, but it's still after a swim, so it's not like running fresh. And Catherine's race actually went so well that after the event, the event MC decided to have a little chat with her about what she'd been doing. Catherine's on the announcer.
In 2014, I went out to Yokohama with a visually impaired athlete, and
She's cinematic with the Mecca Bingo in the background.
Don't forget your goggles.
Those aren't mine. I don't know who those are. Right, aquathlon done. So I think we're going to get out for a ride this afternoon. Get out for a ride this afternoon and triathlon in the morning. Just out for a little bike ride post aquathlon. It's Saturday afternoon, and the roads in the town of Hartlepool are quite busy. So we've cut the route a little bit short. We've now just come for a spin along the old seafront. And I think we're going to go back to Catherine's granddad's.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to spin back. Hopefully not get run over, and yeah, chill until the triathlon tomorrow morning.
There's an ice cream man.
Ice cream after the race.
Oh yeah.
And check out this big gun.
Well, one of these has got to help.
You enjoyed Shrek?
Yeah.
Already on running.
So trusting that my blowtorch barbecuing skills weren't going to give us all food poisoning, we were well fueled up for the Sunday morning, the final race of the 3, and yeah, we headed back to the race venue bright and early. Race day. So unfortunately I didn't manage to get any footage of the race, but I'll give you a little debrief now instead. It's quite tricky when you're there both racing to get any clips at all, but yeah, it was a good race. Awesome venue in the swims in the marina, and then the bike's actually on closed roads, which here in the UK is really tricky to come by. Like, most races are on open roads. They're well marshaled, but it's just nice to be able to race and not have to worry at all about cars or people walking out on the course. So no footage, but here are some crispy drone shots that I managed to get on Friday night, and they show off the Grade 2, I think it might even be a World Heritage site, the Mecca Bingo Hall that was the HQ, as well as Hartlepool and the rest of the course. So I swam an 8:39, pretty comparable to the Aquathlon swim, biked a 30:34 for just over 20k and ran a 17:04 for a total time of 57:59 for a sprint, which I was pretty happy with. First overall, and yeah, a nice little sharpener before next weekend. Catherine was first lady too, so swam a 9:43, biked a 38:03 and ran a 20:18 for a 1:09:41 sprint, which was probably her best sprint tri result ever, and a damn sight quicker than she did it in 2019 too, which is good to see progress on the same course. I'd thoroughly recommend this race. It's 3 events, and if you enter all 3, then the swim's effectively free on the Friday night. It's a good chance to work on your open water skills and kind of compare your times across the 3 days. And it's a good little sharpener, closed roads course, great like people that are running it. The Mecca Bingo is a bonus. There's a KFC and a McDonald's in the car park of the Mecca Bingo. So I don't really know what more you could want from a race venue. So I mentioned that it was a sharpener for me and for Catherine too, because this weekend we're heading up to Aberfeldy in the middle of Scotland for the British Middle Distance Champs. It's a 70.3 race and it's in some quite spectacular scenery from what I've seen. Training's been going a bit better before this than it was before Holcombe, so I'm hoping for a decent result, although I'm just kind of focusing on some process goals for the weekend. Got a bit of a race plan, so I'll try and stick with that. If any of you watching this are racing too, come and say hi to us. We're friendly, I promise. And yeah, it'll be good to see some people there. I hope all your training's been going well, and see you shortly in the next one for a British Middle Distance Champs catch up. See you then.